Okay, so we're back. The back end is all done. Now we're going to put the bridles on. I've already made and attached 2 bridles up here. So let's talk about bridles for a while. On this particular kite, we're going to use 250 pound for each of the bridles. And we simply put for one end, we're going to put a little knot like that. Don't want this to come undone. Like so. Okay. And then, of course, this is just how I do my bridles. Put that down there. I've already got things marked out here on my table where this should go. Go right there on my pin. Okay, the 2 outside bridles are 95 inches in length, so I'm going to put a dot right there. The center bridle was 90 inches, so I got that one done already. So I'm going to do a little hot cutting, cut this off. I usually leave these a little bit longer. Cut through that. I do not pre-stretch my kite lines. I just kind of pull them taut. I don't pre-stretch them. Okay, so we got that mark right there at the 95. We got to put a little overhand knot right there at that spot. That's our stop knot. Yeah, that's what I call it. Okay. So I'm going to hook that off my clamp down there. Okay, so once again, this is an outside bridle. Kind of open up the loop. Hope you can see this. You go run that through the loop. Of course, if you're left or right-handed or left-handed, it's going to be different for you. So you come on through the loop. Okay, give you plenty of slack here. Come over the top. And then you're going to come back underneath there and come through. It's just basically an overhand slip knot. Wait, did I do that right? No, I didn't. I didn't do that right. See, I'm trying to tell people how to do this, and I'm doing it wrong. So we come around like this. Yeah, we come around like this. I'm sorry. Kind of come underneath. Right? Underneath. Then come back up. And then down. There we go. To form that. Okay? Let me do that again. Since I messed up that first time. So we come through the loop, plop that over the top, bring that over the top, kind of curve this around, and we're coming underneath this one. Kind of put your finger there to hold it. And then this gets dropped through the hole. Basically, it's just an overhand knot that we're tying in there. Okay? And then kind of cinch this up. We want this stop knot to be right at the end of the knot there. So this is a slip knot. Then pull it up. That knot won't go anywhere. It won't. You can always undo it, and you can untie this knot. Okay, so that's how I do my knots. And they works good. Good thing is you can take that out if you have to. Okay? Now we're going to take all 3 ends. And put them together. I take a piece, in this case, a piece of 500 pound line. just make a big loop. Stick it through there, like so and like so. We now have our main toe point, so we can attach our flying line and go flying. So now we need to make us up a tail for this. In this case, for classroom, we're going to make fuzzy tail. Okay, so some of you might be asking, how did we come up with this with the bridles? Okay, so everybody makes their bridles differently as far as measurements. I've been using this method for 20 years or more. Okay, so we want, for this style kite, you want a what we call a flat rigged kite. You get a pencil here. Here we go. We want a flat rigged kite. Okay, so like here's our, this is the bottom of the kite. Here's our 3 kite lines. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, I'm probably not doing this. We'll let these be the keels. Okay. So when we, well, that's not in the center, but anyway, we want a flat rigged kite. So when we put our bridles on and they all come together, the kite will fly evenly. This will be straight. Okay. There are some kites that are rigged so that when you get the bridles on, it's got a curve to it. And there are a lot of kites out there that have this curve to it. This is kind of exaggerated. Well, maybe not. Some of your kites, a lot of your windsurfers, their kites are what they call flat rigged or curved rigged. So on a flat rigged kite, okay, you have to take into account the difference between the center and your outside ones. So you have to do a little geometry or trigonometry to figure out, okay, let's figure this be the bottom of our keels. Okay. That's a bridle line, and this is a bridle line coming up to those keels. And this is the center here. So what I do, the width of my kite times 1.5 is the length of my center bridle. All right? So then there are, you don't have to sit down like you did in high school and do all that sine, cosine, tangent stuff anymore. You don't even have to use Excel to do this, although I've done both of those. Of course, I've used my CAD program to just draw those in and bang, it tells me what these 3 lines are. But there are apps on there where you can just plug in, their geometry and trigonometry apps for right triangles, because that's basically what you're making here is a right triangle. You punch in that distance. In this case, it would be 90 inches, because this is 60 inches across here. So 1 times 1.5, that's 90 inches. And then you plug in this distance here, which is 30 inches, and then that comes out to 95 inches. So that's kind of how I come up with my bridle dimensions. Okay, so we're now ready to move on to making a tail. Where's my clicker at? Here it is. So the kite is done. The kite's done. On a light wind day, this would fly without a tail. It'll fly without a tail on a light wind day. But we're going to make up a fuzzy tail. I'm just going to make a short tail for demonstration, because I'm going to make a regular streamer tail for this. Okay, so I'll be back.